Welcome everyone to this heart therapy meditation. Go ahead and find a comfortable seat as we connect with the heart center. Go ahead, close your eyes, place one hand on the center of your chest and begin to breathe. We are going to follow the prompts of the body, mind, and imagination throughout this session today. So be open and be receptive, non-judgmental of anything present in your experience right now. Can you say yes to what is there? So where we have this tendency to avoid or push back or resist any kind of thoughts or feelings that we find difficult or unpleasant or unwanted, can you let this exploration be an opening and a welcome space for the whole of your experience, the fullness of what is there? As you breathe, begin to attune to the sensation in the heart center. Does it have a temperature, a vibration? A sense of openness? What is there for you right now? Letting the rest of your body be soft. If you feel the urge to move, sway, reach, twist, let the feelings in the heart center move through the rest of the body. So that if your heart could express itself in a gesture right now, what would that gesture be? If it had a word, what would that one word be? If it had a color, just exploring the heart through the imagination. And notice the support of the heart for your experience. Quite often we miss out on the loving connection or the nurture that we need day to day. Let your heart gift you with the nurturing presence. That you might have been longing for. so that this becomes a relational exploration. You and your heart and you. Quite often we can feel cut off from that heart energy. The two that are one, the one that is two. Taking time to be in conversation together. And let that move you in any way that feels good, that feels supportive. Breathing. Holding yourself. Embracing yourself. Wrap your arms around your body. Give yourself a big hug. And as we come towards the end of this first part of the practice, again, just checking in. Through the imagination, through the physical sensation of the body, through any emotion that is arising. This is your somatic process, your somatic experience, your embodied experience. If there is a message that your heart could give you to take away from this practice, listening in, what is that message? We're going to close by bringing the hands to the heart center and just sitting with that for a moment. Bowing the head. Here we go. So for the second part of this practice, you're going to need some creative materials, and we're going to spend just a few moments with those materials, noticing what is still present from the meditation that we might bring into the mark making. And I say mark making and not art making because this doesn't have to be quote unquote good art. This is a furthering of that embodied meditative exploration using a creative medium, and the way that we do this is to create faster than we can think, to move faster than the critical mind. to notice what is emerging and to trust that process, to trust what emerges and to name it good. Let yourself be drawn to particular colors. Be present with how they feel as they move across the canvas or the paper. And notice your emotional response, particularly anything that brings you pleasure or stokes your curiosity. You can riff on particular themes, whether it's the way you apply something with a particular movement. And then notice the urge to try something new or different. Sometimes that can be quite scary. There is no way to get this wrong. There are no mistakes. Give yourself permission to be the creative being that you are. To trust that the message and the meaning that comes from your body, mind, imagination is good, is trustworthy, and has what you need. The body knows. Quite often your body will have the answers to particular problems or questions long before your logical, rational mind does. And this seemingly sideways approach can be really helpful in finding freedom and solutions and releasing tension that we build up in the mind. If you are enjoying this process, I'm going to leave it as an open-ended thing for you to continue to explore and enjoy. If you can, try to avoid becoming overly critical or perfectionist about it, and when it feels like it's time, let it be time. I'm going to leave this here and say thank you for joining me today, and namaste.